guys! You might be wondering, what am I doing with all of these books? That's a lot of books. Well, I have a lot more books, and this is only a fraction of my books. All my other books are in storage. I have a weakness for books. But you might be wondering, what am I doing with these books? They don't look like real page turners. Hello, muses. Welcome to my channel, Melissa's Muse. My name is Melissa, and today I'm going to talk about messy middles. One of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Emma Mumford, and this is one of her books, Positively Wealthy. She's got a new book coming out, I think in September. I've already pre-ordered it, but she's one of my favorite YouTubers. She is a life coach, spiritual advisor, and a law of attraction expert, and I've really been following her since the beginning of her career, and boy, she really took off. Whew. I really love her, and she's got such great advice. And she made a video, I guess it was last week, about the messy middles, about waiting for that goal that you're working on to come to fruition, waiting for your manifestations, and not always getting caught up in, well, when I get whatever, then I'll be happy, or when I lose X amount of pounds, well, then my life will really start. Living always in the future, in that future moment that you think is going to be a utopia, when in reality she calls it the messy middle, when you're waiting for these goals to come about. But what in putting all of your effort into living that dream in the future, what are you missing now? What are you missing today? What blessings are passing you by because you're so caught up in waiting for that manifestation, waiting for that goal, waiting for that thing to happen, when there's blessings all around you that you might not be aware of, because you're just like laser focused on that goal. And that really got me thinking. I always try to have gratitude practice every morning. I meditate every morning, and that is very helpful. I've been meditating for 6 years now, every morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening, but I do meditate every day, and that's been super helpful. Another thing that has been very helpful is my gratitude practice. And in this period of time, it's been almost 4 months that we've been living in this camper at our daughter and son-in-law's house, and it's been tough. It's been really tough, and I've had to do a lot of readjusting, a lot of shadow work, a lot of readjusting my thoughts, and counting my blessings. If we had found a house right away, and as soon as we sold our last house, we had found a house to buy right away and moved into our new house, what would I have missed? I would have missed this time that I get to see my grandsons every day. And I'm one of those ooey gooey grandmas. I kiss and hug, and I'm very affectionate with my grandsons. Sometimes they get really bored of it, but I am a very affectionate grandma. I'm a very big part of their life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So if I would have gotten my manifestation right away, I would have missed out on my older grandson Briar coming in the morning and giving me a hug and telling me he loves me before he goes off to school. Me being able to tell him have a great day at school, make good choices. See him off to school and in the morning. Or my youngest grandson Luther, he's 3, coming home after preschool, showing me his it's around here somewhere. It's such a mess in here because we're getting ready to move. We're getting ready to go into our house, and I've got stuff piled up everywhere. But the other day he brought me a picture that he drew and colored at preschool. So I would have missed out on that had I not been here. These are things that I'm grateful for. So if you're in a messy middle somewhere, if you're waiting for that manifestation, waiting for that goal, waiting for that thing that you've been working towards, and you might have been working towards it for a long time, and it's still, off on the horizon, take a deep breath. Think about what are the blessings that you have right now? What are the things that you can be grateful for right now? What are the things that you can learn right now? Brings me back to all these books that I have. Well, these are ones that I'm reading very slowly, but and I'm also doing a lot of research on YouTube. Homesteading YouTubers. I have several that I watch. So I've been taking this time to do even more research. I had been doing gardening research over the past 2 years, but now I want to get livestock, chickens and ducks and goats, pigs, maybe a cow. So that's a learning curve. So while I'm sitting in this camper waiting for the closing, now that we see the light at the end, the end of the tunnel, but when we, even 3-4 weeks ago, we had no idea that we still hadn't found the house. We still haven't found a house. We didn't know if it was going to take a month or 6 months or a year. So if you're in that boat, take the time to learn. Another one of my favorite YouTubers is Jessica Sowards over at Roots and Refuge. And I'll leave links to both Emma and Jessica's YouTube channels because I love them so much, and their information, although so completely different, their information is so important, and they've been a big part of my life, a big part of my learning. But one thing that Jessica always says is turn your waiting room into a classroom. Well, this is my waiting room. This is the only time while you're waiting for your manifestation, while you're waiting for your goals to come to fruition. This is the only time you're going to have to prepare for it. Prepare your mind, prepare your body, prepare your emotions for when you finally do get your manifestation. Think about the things that you won't be able to do once you do get your manifestation. Those are the type of things that you can work on while you're waiting. A lot of times we need to do some inner work. We need to change the way we think about things. We need to go deep, meditate on things, see where we need to change in order to open up ourselves to receive our manifestations. A lot of times we're not ready for it. We're not ready for it yet. There's a saying that wherever you are, what is that saying? Wherever you are, there you are. Like, meaning that just because you know, if you're unhappy now, if there's something wrong now, and you just can't wait until you get this thing that you've been trying to manifest, or this goal that you're trying to achieve, well, unless you change yourself, change the way you think about things, what's really going to change once you have this thing that you've been trying to manifest? So while you're waiting, this is the perfect time to find out what kind of change that you need to make, or what do you need to learn? You know, how can you make yourself more open to your manifestation? I just want to remind you to stop and smell the roses. Stop and be a little mindful while you're waiting for to achieve your goals, or to get your manifestation. Just stop and take the time to be happy now, because really the only time you're going to be happy is in this instant, right now. It's not in the past, it's not in the future, it's right now. Right now you're happy. I think I've talked about it before in one of my videos about how distracted I was as a young mother, and how much I wish that I could go back and enjoy those moments when my kids were little. I had all three of my kids very young, and to say I was ill prepared for motherhood is a giant understatement. I was so stressed out. My husband and I were both so stressed out that we missed so much. We missed out on so much, and I was like, I can't wait until I don't have, 2 kids in diapers. I can't wait until these kids go to school and give me a break for a couple of hours. I can't wait for this. I can't wait, until they're old enough that they're not having a meltdown at the grocery store. And while I was pining away for those less stressful days, I missed out on a lot of the blessings that come with raising tiny humans. And before you know it, you turn around and they're teenagers, and you blink one more time and they're moved out, they're married, they have their own kids. And I think that's why I'm so the way I am with my grandsons, because I missed out on all the fun stuff when my kids were little. So now I get to experience the fun stuff with my grandkids. So I just wanted to make this video and just let you know that that so many of us are in the same boat. We're waiting patiently, not so patiently, for something to happen in the future, but something that'll make it a little bit easier while you're waiting is work on yourself. Work on your mindset. Work on education. Think about all of your blessings that you wouldn't have had you received your manifestation or achieved your goal right away. What are all the blessings around you right now that you won't have in the future once you get your manifestation? if you sit down and meditate on it or think deeply on it, then all of a sudden the time doesn't seem to grind to a halt, and you'll feel happier, you'll feel more confident, you'll feel grateful, and it'll make the time seem to go by quicker. And then once you do reach your goal, once you do get that manifestation, you won't have that feeling like, wow, I just wasted 5 months of my life, or wow, I just wasted 5 years of my life waiting, with laser focus for this manifestation, when I could have had all this time doing this and this and this and this, learning this, having some spiritual breakthroughs, just whatever. So I just wanted to take this time to hopefully give you some encouragement and give you something to think about. One thing that I've got to make it through these books. These books here. I've got a lot of them. We've got to make it through these books. But one thing I'm going to start doing is, because I have a lot of books, and I mean, like I said before, this is a fraction. I've got like 100 or more books in storage, but I haven't really, I'm a really slow reader, and when I read, I have my highlighter and I highlight things that are important. I take notes, so it takes a while. I do read every day, but it's fiction usually. I read for pleasure, fiction, but I really need to crack down and start getting through my piles of my to-be-read piles of nonfiction. And the book that I'm setting my goal is one book a week. And I'll probably start next week, because this week we're moving. So I'll probably start next week. So what is that, the third week in May? I don't know. I'll talk about it again. But this is the book I'm going to be reading. You see that? The Path of the Yoga Sutras. I am very interested in yoga, and I didn't know that the physical, like that, the movements and the stretches and the positions of yoga is only probably not even half of that what yoga actually is. And I want to do a more thorough, in-depth investigation on yoga, the eight limbs of yoga, and what it means to me spiritually. I think I've mentioned before that I am not religious anymore. However, I am very spiritual. So that's the book I'm going to be started. Well, I've already started reading it, but I'll finish reading it during next week, after this big move is gone. So I just wanted to make this video, and I hope I helped you think of a different way while you are waiting for that manifestation, or you're waiting to achieve that goal. I hope that I can help you a little bit. If you have enjoyed, if you're enjoying my content, if you'd enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment below, share the video, and if you ring that little bell, you'll get a notification when I have my new videos up. I try to make 3 videos a week. I'm going to be more consistent about it. I was sick for about a week and a half, so I didn't do any videos, and I'm hopefully I'll be doing 3 videos this week. So yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to tell you. I just want to send you my love and encouragement and positive energy. We will all make it through this. So until next time, thank you so much for spending time with me. Please like and share and leave a comment, and I will talk to you in a few days. Bye.